Good morning, and welcome to our time of meditation. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I am the senior minister here at Unity of Tucson, and this is the time and the place on Sunday morning where we gather together to deepen into our sense of awareness, to deepen into that infinite sense of wholeness, which for me is the purpose of meditation, to allow myself to understand the infinite self beyond my physical conception of myself. And so this morning, I'm going to do something a little bit differently. I have been reading the Tao Te Ching for a little bit, and I wanted to read a little bit of it to us and for us as a guided meditation. And so all we need to do is simply relax right where we are, and I'm going to invite you to simply hear the words and see how they wash over you. But before we get to that, what I would love for each of us to do is to simply find that perfect meditative sense, that perfect space right where we are. Let us begin by quieting the mind a bit. Allowing ourselves to recognize there's nothing we need to do except to be. Right where we are is perfect. Find a comfortable position for yourself, a position you can hold for the next little while we experience this centering meditative time together. In this perfect space, allow yourself to recognize the support of the world around you. Whether it is reflected in the chair you might be sitting in if you're in a chair, reflected by the ground below you. We are each and every one of us fully and wholly supported perfectly right where we are at all times. Allow yourself to settle into this idea. Now I invite you to allow yourself to turn your focus inward towards your breath, allowing yourself to recognize the easeful flow of each inhale and exhale, the gentle, perfect circulation. This perfect circulation is reflective of the greater circulation of all life force, and everything is working in harmony. And so as you breathe in this concept, this idea, breathing in, saying, I am. God is, as you breathe out. I am. God is. I am. God is. Relaxing a little bit more and allowing yourself to actively be aware of the sound of my voice without actively having to do anything. Just simply listen. The way that can be understood is not the eternal cosmic way, just an idea that can be expressed in words. It is not the infinite idea. And yet this ineffable way is the source of all spirit and matter, expressing itself. It is the mother of all created things. Not to desire material things is to know the freedom of spirituality, and to desire them is to suffer the limitations of matter. Yet these two things, matter and spirit, so different in nature, have the same origin. This unity is the mystery of mysteries and the gateway to spirituality. When beauty is only a masquerade, it is actually ugliness. Just as goodness, if it is not sincere, is not really goodness. Existence and non-existence are incompatible. The difficult and the easy are mutually opposed. The long and the short, the high and the low, the loud and soft, the before and the after are all opposites. Each reveals the other. The wise are not conspicuous in their actions or given to much talking. When troubles arise, they are not irritated. They produce, but do not hoard. They act, but expect no praise. They build, but do not dwell therein. And because they do not dwell therein, they never depart. When a ruler is silent on the subject of virtue, the people are discouraged from practicing it. Meanwhile, a ruler who revels in riches encourages thievery. Value virtue over wealth, and the people's hearts will be at rest. Wise rulers do not accumulate treasures, but seek to quiet the hearts of their people. They soothe the people's appetites and strengthen their bones. They treasure innocence and protect the simple from the schemes of the clever. When a ruler practices restraint, everything will be in peace. The way seems empty, yet it is never exhausted. Oh, it is profound. It existed before anything. It dulls its own sharpness, breaks its own bonds, dims its own brightness, identifies with its own dust. Oh, it is peaceful. It is infinite, eternal. No one knows from where it came. It is older than the gods. The earth and the stars do not take sides. They are impartial. They regard all individuals as insignificant, as though they were playthings made of straw. The wise are also impartial. To them, all people are equal and alike. The space between the earth and the stars is like a bellows. It is empty but does not collapse. As it contracts, it creates. Gossips, by contrast, spew out words till they are empty, because they are not impartial. The spirit of the perennial spring is said to be immortal. She is called the Mysterious One. The Mysterious One is the source of the universe. She is continually, endlessly giving forth life without effort. True goodness is like water. It nurtures everything and harms nothing. Like water, it ever seeks the lowest place, the place that all others avoid. This is the way of the way. For a dwelling, it chooses the quiet meadow. For a heart, the circling eddy. In generosity, it is kind. In speech, it is sincere. In power, it is order. In action, it is gentle. In movement, it is rhythm. Because it is always peaceable, it soothes and refreshes. If you continue filling a pail after it is full, the water will be wasted. If you continue grinding an axe after it is sharp, the edge will wear away. Who can protect a house full of gold and jewels? Excessive fortune brings about its own misfortune. To win true merit, to earn a good reputation, you must be prudent. This is the way of the way. By patience, you can discipline your desires. By self-control, you can develop a strong character. By practicing gentleness, you can become as a little child. By purifying the subconscious, you may become perfect. Because wise rulers love the people, they lead without using force. In measuring out rewards, wise rulers act like mother birds. While seeing into every corner, they are unobtrusive. While protecting the people, they do not control them. They are motherly and fatherly, but not domineering. They persuade with words, not weapons. This is their crowning virtue. A wheel may have 30 spokes, but its usefulness lies in the empty hub. A jar is formed from clay, but its usefulness lies in the empty center. A room is made from 4 walls, but its usefulness lies in the space between. Matter is necessary to give form, but the value of reality lies in its immateriality. Everything that lives has a physical body, but the value of a life is measured by the soul. Too much light blinds the eye. Too much noise deafens the ear. Too many spices dull the taste. Too much exercise weakens the body. The pursuit of great riches leads to ruin. The wise attend to the inner truth of things and are not fooled by outward appearances. They ignore matter and seek the spirit. The mysterious way. It is unseen because it is colorless. It is unheard because it is silent. If you try to grasp it, it will elude you because it has no form. Because of its diverse qualities, it cannot be summarized, yet it comprises an essential unity. On the surface, it appears incomprehensible, but in the depths it reveals itself. It has been nameless forever. It appears and then disappears. It is the form of the formless, the image of the imageless. Its face cannot be seen in front, nor its back from behind. No one knows where it came from or where it is going. Yet, by holding fast to the ancient way, the wise may grasp the present because they understand the past. This is a clue to the way. In ancient times, the masters were subtle, spiritual, profound, and wise. Their thoughts could not be easily understood. They were cautious as men wading across a river. They were alert as soldiers in wartime. They were reserved as guests in another home. They were elusive as ice at the point of melting. They were lowly as a valley between mountains. They were obscure as muddy waters. Since they were difficult to understand, I will try to make their thoughts clear. To clarify muddy waters, you must hold them still and let things settle. To glimpse the secret of the Tao, you must keep still and quiet your mind. As we draw this time to a close, I invite you, in your own time, to simply begin to develop an awareness of the space you inhabit right here and right now. Knowing that wherever you have been on this journey of contemplation of the Tao, that space, that place, that consciousness is always present. You can access it at any time. Turning your focus once again to the breath. Taking in a beautiful, deep, cleansing breath and letting it simply dissipate. Allow yourself to acknowledge the good and all that you have received in its perfect way during this time we've chosen to be together. Open yourself up, and in your own time, open your eyes. Take a stretch, and feel refreshed, renewed, and revitalized as you move through the rest of your day. Namaste.